And we're back with Cyrus Webb Presents. I'm here in Los Angeles today with actor Shaun Clay. Now, Shaun's been a guest of mine on Conversations Live, the radio show, several times. He's making his very first appearance on Cyrus Webb Presents, so today we're going to talk with him not only about what he's been able to do as an actor, but also the roles he's been able to bring to life, the people he's worked with, as well so you guys know how to stay connected. Shaun, thank you so much for the time, man. Appreciate it.
I appreciate the platform, man.
Well, man, the pleasure's definitely on mine. I know you're busy, so so I appreciate you being able to take out that time. Let's talk about that. I mean, you have had a crazy year already this year.
Yeah.
I mean, what has it been like for you to kind of take all of this in that's happening?
I mean, it's you take it in stride, man. I think the longer you do it, the easier it is to handle everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there's things that I've been presented with, you know, this year or recently that a couple years ago I was like, no, I would not have been able to handle that.
Mm-hmm.
But you were asking for it then. You know? So you always wonder why you don't get certain things at a certain time. It's because you're not prepared for it.
Sure.
You know, when you do get to the point where you're prepared for it and you can do it very easily, it's not that much of a stress on you. You know, as it would have been prior to. So.
Wow, you know what? That's a great message for our audience out there. It's not that the answer is no. It may just be you're not prepared
Not yet.
for.
Yeah, it's not no. It's not yet. Now, if you quit, then it's no.
Yeah.
So you decide when it's no or not. You know, especially in this business, it's a business, right?
Yeah.
It's a business. You know, like if you're running a clothing company and for some reason you don't get a whole lot of foot traffic today, you're like, well, I guess that's it. Guess we're just gonna shut it up. It's like, no, okay, well, why are we not getting foot traffic? You know, if I got the orders that I wanted, would I be prepared with the inventory?
Yeah.
You know.
Right. So let's talk about getting ready, because I think that's a great message for our audience out there. And maybe acting's not their thing, Shaun.
Right.
But for you, I mean, what helped you to get ready?
I mean, life experience, man. I think you undervalue life experience so much so in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you know, of course, like you have people are placed in your life, you know, strategically as far as mentors and professors and coaches and different people that can help you out along the way. But living life, I think, is drastically undervalued.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think that goes with a lot of things. It helps you develop as a person, you know, maturity. Just in a lot of areas, like I'm able to handle a lot of things better now today because I've lived, you know, a little bit. I still got a lot more living to do, but
Sure.
you know, because I've lived a little bit today versus like, you know, when I was 20 years old, I was running around thinking that I knew everything. You know.
Yeah. So could you have imagined though, Shaun, that I mean, one of the things you and I talked about last time we were on the radio show was, I mean, this amazing performance you gave. And I have to say, because I hadn't seen it, of course, at the time, you know, I had interviewed you about Behind the Movement.
Right.
But, I mean, for you, of course, bringing to life the young Martin Luther King Jr., I mean, first of all, what was that like to be able to portray Martin Luther King?
Oh, man. No pressure, right? It's like, no pressure. You know, only the most iconic figure, you know, that you've known in life. And, you know, it was a huge responsibility, man. But I feel like you know, I came in with this with an idea as far as like, which I think that's what they responded to. Like, I didn't want to do a caricature of Martin Luther King. I didn't want to say, okay, well, what's, you know, if I was on SNL, how would I play Martin Luther King? You know, type deal. It's, you know, I wanted it to be okay. Well, because a lot of it dealt with how he interacted with his peers. And so it's like, okay, so you have this charismatic individual, obviously, you know, you really break him down. He's a human being.
Right.
And, you know, so he's going to speak to his wife a certain kind of way. He's going to speak to his peers a certain kind of way. You know, his mentors, Ralph Abernathy, you know, and everything is not going to read him, you know, that certain type of bravado that he does, that he was necessarily known for when he was speaking to large audiences. But that's not how he would have approached every situation. So just coming in with that idea of really trying to break him down a little bit and make him more human than like that kind of icon, because you grow up and that's all you know. It's just that icon. Right. You know, like you think about you know, somebody like Barack Obama and the kids that are coming up now, and they're gonna see this guy as a president. But it's okay, well, who was he before he was a president? Right. You know, what type of person did Michelle fall in love with? You know, did she fall in love with this great speech deliverer, or did she fall in love with somebody that was, you know, more human, on a human level?
Yeah.
And just so approaching that from that aspect, and there was a lot of stuff that we did that didn't necessarily make it into the film, where he was just more so contemplating on, if this is even the path that he wanted to go down, which I thought that would be, of course, I'm not the filmmaker, so I don't get to decide what goes in and what stays out, but, just kind of exploring that, because this was the start of his journey as a civil rights leader.
Right.
And this was the Montgomery bus boycott was his first victory as a civil rights leader. And so it's like that. And just the term leader wasn't necessarily something that he was reaching for initially. Something that kind of had to be pushed into a little bit that I think a lot of people weren't necessarily aware of. But,
Yeah.
I mean, he became who he became.
Right.
So I was proud to help tell that story.
Well, Shaun, there are several aspects, which is why I wanted to have you come on this broadcast, because I think watching that, and even in hearing you talk about it, you could tell this became a part of you. And I think what's so interesting in hearing you talk, I think it's the path of every creative out there,
Right.
finding your own way, being your own person. Being able to realize how to treat people, how to respect people, even as you're platforming and rising. What was it like for you to kind of think about those lessons when it comes to who Shaun Clay is?
So think about the lessons as far as
What he was able to learn about the importance of respecting people,
Right.
the way of how you can get things done. Also realizing the power that's in one's hands.
Right.
I mean, what is it like for you to kind of think about that for yourself?
For myself, I think like a lot of people will approach me for advice, and I think you get to a certain point. Of course, like certain people want to at least accomplish what you've accomplished, and so you think, okay, well, yeah, sure, I can give you some advice, and then somebody else comes and asks you for advice, and then someone else comes and asks you for advice, and then someone achieves something from the advice that you gave them, and then they try to tell people, oh yeah, well, if it wasn't for this person, I never would have did this, and you'd be like, well, people actually like listen to what I have to say. So it's like, yeah, like I think when you have a platform, when you have a certain essence about you that people are, it's a certain type of leadership. I think when you're not everybody's not. I don't necessarily want to use the term like